Hi there. Good morning. Oh, hold on. Let me find my sign. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. Welcome to 30 minutes of my day. Happy Wednesday. I have to work on the quintuplets again this morning. I have, I finished all the Dutch doors yesterday. Where are we here? So here they are in all their loveliness. I'm so happy with how they're turning out. Here's the little grumpy owl, and his inner pages turned out very pretty. He's probably the simplest one. Very simple, peaceful. I think he looks very nice, and it looks lovely with this delicate pink flower that's on the front. Margaret and Ursula are looking snazzy with their big thistle there. And hold on, let's see how they turned out. So they have this sort of a periwinkle color. It's not blue, it's not lavender, it's sort of periwinkle. And then I have this lovely picture. Actually, that's, I believe that's Mary. And this was a tricky one to match up because it's such a definite shade. It has a little touch of sort of a yellowy gold in it. But I found this sort of deeper version of it. It's still a periwinkle. So I went with that for just the little strip of lace along there. And there's also one. Oh, scaring myself. So back there. One on the back. And then there's 4 of the lace. This is the lace. I'm so happy to be using it. Again, boy, clean your room and you find things. This is the lace from that big ball of lace. Remember the ball of lace? So I thought, all right, time to come out and play ball of lace. So ball of lace is on all of the quintuplets. Here's this lovely lady. Oh, hold on, I got an itchy nose. You know what that means. He's not home from work yet. She got this lovely sort of yellows and browns and oranges. And then, of course, St. Roch is here. And he's looking over going, that's rather lovely. And I was able to use some of the sides of his picture. If you recall, I said I was going to try and make use of the rest of the picture, and I used it as that little border there. So I'm really happy with how that turned out. And then I didn't have the right shade of orange. I was hoping maybe it's sort of an orangey color. I didn't have it. The only one I had was a really bold, like Ronald McDonald hair color. Really, really bright. I had the right shade in a thicker ribbon, but I didn't want thicker ribbon. I wanted this very thin ribbon. But I do like, I like this sort of it's a warm yellow. It's not a no-name yellow. So it's very, very, very pretty. I think it turned out lovely. Oh, see, there's something there. I better do that right now. All right, I'm going to put you aside, St. Roch. Let's look at Evelyn. I didn't put the band along the edge of that. She turned out very pretty. So she's got actually, her end papers are wrapping paper. So, and I just used a bit more to create the band along there and along there. This is what I need to do over on St. Roch there. So we'll get that done this morning. Oh, speaking of that, I better turn on my timer. Hold on. There we go. And how much time have I got? Yes, I'm okay. All right. As I mentioned a few videos ago, I didn't have this exact green either. You make do, right? I did have this sort of lavender color. So Evelyn got that one. And Mary Garden, she's with the sort of the coral peach colors. And I do like how Mary Garden turned out. And that's very pretty. This a little more simple than the others, but it still looks nice, looks appropriate. See, I got her done. All right, so let me go find the rest of this. Do I have it beside me here? I do. All right, so I'm going to go use I have a scalloped cutting board. It's across the room, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to go cut some of this, and I'll be right back. There we go. So I just, I've got this scallop edge. If you're wondering, it's a cutting board, Staples' own brand. I got it at Staples. It's not my favorite cutting board. And in fact, if it weren't for this scalloped edge, I think I would have returned it. It does not, it's just not as good as I was hoping it would be, but it ended up winning over my heart because of the scalloped edge. But when it breaks down, I'm done. I will not, I won't get it again. All right, let's just do these edges and get this done. I hope you're all doing well. It's sunny here, so that makes me happy when I've got sunshine. It has a huge impact on my mood. Huge. So, and we have, I'm on the north shore of Lake Ontario, and that storm that's hitting the east coast has completely missed us, knock on wood. So I've been watching the news and watching them digging themselves out of all that snow, and I can literally still see grass out my window. This weather is just so weird. I can see myself, if I'm lucky enough to be a great-grandmother in my 90s, saying to the little ones, well, when I was a little girl, we used to have a lot of snow. And they'll all be amazed in the middle of January when they've got their bathing suits on because Canada has turned into a tropical country. All right. Here we go. All right. Let's put this on. And then I want to actually add a few more pages to these. You know, I always start off with what I think will be good. And then before I start sewing, I reassess. Oh, let's take you out. And then I reassess. So, glue. Let's see. I think I solved my rusty glue problem. Yep. So I did manage to find a pin that doesn't rust and is short enough, because that's another problem. If you use a super long pin, it goes down in there, and that's a problem too. You don't want your pin too long. All right, hold on. Yes, I'm cutting it too long. I prefer to cut it afterwards, fix it up. So let's do this. Talked to my mom yesterday. We had our FaceTime. She wasn't herself, so that's on my mind. I'm going to FaceTime with her tomorrow and just see if she's perked up a bit. Everyone's entitled to an off day. Absolutely. You know, I asked her, I said, Mom, are you in any pain? Because even when she didn't have dementia, she had no patience for what she called belly achers. No patience for belly achers. So unfortunately, that also just is part of her character. And if she's in pain, she won't speak up. And I keep saying, Mom, there's things they can do. You're 94. You do not have to be in pain for any reason. And she'll just sort of go, oh, oh, but then, you know, if I'm not there, she won't mention to the staff I'm having an achy day, and they will absolutely give her more. Unfortunately, they don't know her the way her family knows her. You know, her personality also plays into this, and her personality is never bother the staff. They're working very hard. Don't be a bother. And so I'm quite sure they go about their day going, oh, Jerry must be having a good day. She hasn't asked for anything. Well, she hasn't asked for anything because she will never ask for anything. And I've explained it, but you know, staff comes and goes. I'm just making sure those ends got done. All right, Sir Rock, you got the back part. Anyhow, so she assured me, she's, no, I'm not in pain. I'm just tired. And I thought, well, you know what? When you're 94, you're entitled to be tired. And she does cough a bit more now. She's got the COPD. So, you know, I've been preparing myself for that for 8 years. So I guess it's time for her to be coughing more. And she had her little kitty cat in her lap, and he's the light of her day. She always picks him up and says, oh, Rusty says hi. So then I had to say hi to Rusty. So there we go. Alrighty, let's make some room here. So what I want to do is, here, let me show you. Let's use St. Rock here. So I started off with, where's my notes? These signatures all have 5 spreads or leaves. I got to get used to that. 5 leaves per signature right now, with an extra envelope in signature 3 center on all of them. So where are you? Right there. Signature 3 gets that. And now that I have them all ready to go, because usually that's what I'll do. I usually start off with 5 or 6 leaves per signature when I'm putting together a book, but as ever, the thickness of the paper will play into it. And I definitely have more room. I don't like it too full. My goal is never to have a finished book look like this, because you can never start tucking in pockets and tags and things like that. But I would like it about there. Do you know what I mean? And right now I really can get quite an angle on it. So I just want to put maybe 2 more leaves per book into it. So I probably will put it in the 2nd and 4th signatures, an extra one. And let's get out my template. Glad I didn't get rid of that yet. And then we'll reassess and see. I'm quite sure that will be enough, because one of the kinds of paper here is kind of like it's almost cardstock, but it's got wonderful tea dyeing on it. It does have some funny marks on it. I was using one of my old pans that is developing rust, and that leaves these funny little purple marks on it. Who'd have thought? Rust in tea dye, and you end up with purple polka dots. You can see that is where I put, I wanted to hold it down, and I put my cast iron fry pan into it. And that's the edge of my cast iron fry pan, which of course rusts on a dime. So let's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put 5 of those in. And then I had to hunt high and low for these. Boy, I couldn't find them. I love these. They're vintage children's composition books. Sorry, I should keep in here. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. So I want to open up a few of these. Now I believe there's 4 leaves per book in here, so I think I'm going to have to open 2. Look at that yummy aging on that. I love when Father Time does that for me. You don't have to ink it. All right. Let's just open this up. Come on. That's better. Thank you for cooperating. So I'm going to need 2 of these books so that I can get 5 spreads out. Oh, come on. I have to be careful with older paper. It's obviously not as tough as newer paper. That one is. Okay. Come on. I'm going to save the covers. You never know when you can use a cool illustration like that. All right, there we go. So there is 4. Let's open them up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. 4. Oh, there's more than I thought. I guess they must have been sticking together. 5 and 6. All right. Well, then we're great. I only have to open up 1 book. All right. So, all right. So those don't have to be trimmed that way. And so these don't need trimming. Now, these definitely need trimming. Pencil. There we go. All right, let's move you. And then I have to start prepping them for, I'm going to have a full day of sewing. Sewing all the signatures onto their backing. These are ready to go. So I'm going to be able to catch up on so many of your videos. I'm so far behind. So I'll be able to catch up on the videos. Now, Nancy mentioned something the other day, and I thought, oh my goodness, she's right, as ever. Not sure what I would do without her. I watch a lot. When I do watch your videos, if you've got a channel, I watch them. I've got a little tiny TV over here, and I watch them on my TV. And because of that, I can't make a comment or even click on the like. But please know, I am watching, and certainly that's what YouTube is looking for. So you get credit for me having watched it if you have a monetized channel. Please know that YouTube gives you credit that somebody watched it from beginning to end. And that's what I will be doing today as I sew and sew and sew. 25 signatures to sew in. Oh my. Ah, very good. Okay. All right. Let's put these in. All right, Weary. Let's do you first. So we'll put you in the second signature. See, you've already got lined, so that's good. Wonder where I want it. Maybe I want it right in the center. you right in there. Yeah, that's pretty. All right, so 2, 3, 4. Out of the way. Let's break up some of these smaller ones that I love using. There we go. All right. So you have more in you. And that one is quite thick. So that is there. I'm happier with that. I don't know if you can even tell a difference. I can tell by the pinch method. And I'm happy with that. All right, Mary, come on. There we go. So a thicker one. Oh. Sometimes the tea sticks them together. There we go. Oh, that's a nice one. Oh, wow. This paper is 2 years old because this is when I used to dry them outside on the table, and I'd put rocks on the paper so that the wind wouldn't blow them away. And you can see the marks from the rocks. Alrighty, come on. There we go. And then signature 4. Where do we want you, signature 4? Yeah, maybe we want to break up that map. Oh no, this is the light one. No, okay, maybe we'll leave the map alone. I like that better. Sometimes if there's offcuts, like for example with this sheet, this was the offcut, I just throw it right back into the signature. So that's why you'll see sometimes odd shapes. Look around, you'll find the matching other part of the paper somewhere in the book, usually. There we go. All right, Mary Garden, you've got your new papers. So you're good to go. Evelyn, let's go. Two. Evelyn, you get the fry pan paper. Oh, I like that. I think I want to move this because I really like that. That's, if you recall, there's a leaf from each original text block back into each signature. Let's put you there. All right, let's put you in the center. There we go. 3 and 4. Yes, right there. Right on top of the shorthand. All these Band-Aids, in case you're wondering. If you're old enough and you remember WKRP in Cincinnati, the character Les Nessman, he always had a Band-Aid on one of his fingers. Every single episode, Les had a Band-Aid. I feel like Les Nessman today. It's just winter, and it's dealing with papers. Paper dries out your hands. And I get these nasty, vicious hangnails. And, oh. And it's my own fault. I should be using more moisturizing cream, hand cream. And I forget. And then before I know it, my hands look like a war zone. Oh, this one's pretty too. I don't usually use these colors, so I just, I'm enjoying it. All right. Here we go. you on top because it's got pink lines, and then there's this peachy shell colored paper. Let's put you in the center. All right, and 3, 4. Love these old maps. Let's put you up high. I was just rereading in there. I try to edit or pre-read when I put papers back into books. Sometimes old books still have unpleasant things in them, and I try my best to look over all of them and make sure I'm not putting anything, you know, that I wouldn't want to have to see all the time. Alrighty, signature 2. I love that. Wonder if I should just go straight to the center with you. Boy, oh wait, almost forgot. Signature 4. I don't think I'm going to have enough. I use paper clips to hold my papers in place when I'm poking and sewing. I don't want to split that up. Let's put you here. There we go. All right. And you are leftovers. So let's get these out of the way. All right. Don't need you. Now I can start poking. Gardener's kneeling mat, my signature sewing tin, and I know that because I label everything with my handy dandy labeler. My favorite big paper clips, and my favorite sort of corsage pins. Get those ready, and if I run out, I'm going to have to use, hold on, I'm going to go find, I'll get them later. All right, so, and here's my weird way of poking the holes. Everyone's different. I think I developed my habit of poking holes from Climmy, from Climmy's Creations. I seem to recall she pokes her holes this way, and it's just fast and easy. So every signature, I always check that my papers are where I want them to be, because sometimes you have a smaller paper and maybe you want it centered, maybe you want it up high, maybe you want it down low. So I always check before I put paper clips in. And these have been in my book press, in case you're wondering, except for those 2 extra pages I put in. I'm okay with that. So I get them set together. I usually put a paper clip up there, down there. And then I have my, this is my template that I use when I'm making the holes. And it marries up with the, where'd they go? I'm running out of time here. It marries up with where the holes are in the on the board where I'm going to be sewing them onto. So I literally center it into that fold, and I grab one of my awls. I have a few, so whichever one I get, I get. There we go. I usually do the second hole first. I lay it on that line and I push it through, and then I take one of these hat pins and put it through that hole. That way, if something happens and my paper is disturbed, or for whatever reason it moves, my papers haven't budged because that pin is going right through it. So can you see? I line it right up into the, I feel around, feel the fold. I can feel it coming out using this side. And I just simply go through and poke all my holes. And then I leave that pin in, and that holds them together. Oh, rats. 32. Oh, I wonder if you've already cut me off. I'm going to say goodbye now. Have a great day. I might turn my camera back on again. Not sure. Have a great day. We'll talk soon. Bye.